Before starting the next lesson, try this warm-up. Solve by factoring. Remember how to factor, remember how to solve using your factored form. Pause the video, try this, and then check back in when you've got it. So for the first one, I can't do any common factoring. So this is a complex trinomial. So I decompose the middle term. 5x is now 6x minus x. Because those 6 and minus 1 add to 5, multiply to negative 6. Factor by grouping. So the first group, common factor is 3x. I'm left with x plus 2. For here, factor out a minus 1. I'm left with x plus 2. Now x plus 2 is a common factor, and I'm left with 3x minus 1. X plus 2 equals 0, so x is minus 2. Or 3x minus 1 equals 0, so x is 1/3. X is equal to negative 2, or 1/3. Now this second one, can't do common factoring, looks like a simple trinomial, so I need to have two numbers that multiply to negative 15 and add to negative 5. Well, here are all the pairs of numbers that multiply to negative 15, and none of them add to negative 5. So this equation does not factor. So that means we need another way to solve. Now, because it's a trinomial, we could use the quadratic formula, but solve by factoring, can't do it. Let's move on. This brings us to our lesson, solving polynomials with technology. Technology is our friend, because if you can't solve by factoring, you can use technology. So the technology we're going to use is, you guessed it, the Desmos graphing calculator. And we're going to use that to determine the roots and solve equations that can't be factored. Now before we get into it, please just recall these terms are all pretty much synonymous in this course. When I say x-intercepts, those are referring to the points on the graph that are also called zeros. We can also call those the roots of the function or the solutions to the equation when it's equal to 0. Okay, so if I say x-intercepts, zeros, roots, solutions, basically you're looking for the same thing all the time. It's what's the value of x when y is equal to 0. So here's my first example. Solve the equation 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 11x plus 10 equals 0. It's equal to 0. That's good. We always want to start with that. Now, if you were wanting to factor this, well, good luck. You could try factoring by grouping, but it's not really going to get you anywhere. This is something that we need technology in order to solve. So all you have to do is type this part of the equation into Desmos. So say y equals this, and it should look like this. Okay, so y equals 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 11x plus 10. Now remember, we want to know the value of x that will make this equation equal to 0. Well, when the equation is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So we're looking for the x-intercept. So all you have to do is click where the function crosses the x-axis, and Desmos will tell you the coordinates of that x-intercept. So I can see x is minus 2 when y is 0. So to solve this equation, all I have to say is, well, x equals minus 2. Easy. Let's try another one. Solve x cubed minus 6x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0. I already made it equal to 0 just to make the examples easy, but if it was not equal to 0, you would just move your terms all to one side so that you have it equal to 0. Okay, so again, try it. Y equals x cubed minus 6x squared plus 6x plus 8. Plug it into Desmos. And it's going to look like this on your screen. Remember, we're looking for when the equation equals 0. That's the x-intercept. So it looks like I have 3 different x-intercepts. So there's going to be 3 different answers for x. So I will say x equals the set of negative 0.732, 2.732, and 4. And that is pretty much it. That's how you can solve equations using technology. So if you run into any troubles during the practice questions, please reach out and I'll do my best to help.